Morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Listen, hey, if you like what you see, please subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I do new videos. Also, hit that thumbs up. That helps me within the algorithm. Tongue twister. That helps me with the algorithm, and it helps boost my videos so that more people can put their eyes on my videos. Help me help you to see me. Please tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers. Hell, tell that person you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. All right, let's get into it. We are going to get in the new episode of Atlanta. Cha. Cha, cha, cha. So let me just be very clear. It didn't move me. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. It didn't move me like that. I saw that this is gonna be very, very short. I saw in this whole episode, this was a spoof on Tyler Perry and the stuff that he does in regards to his studios. If you all are unfamiliar with Tyler Perry is currently a billionaire, and he made his money off of doing plays and then taking those plays and turning them into movies. Also, he made his business by doing sitcoms and things like that. Now, the most unique thing that I appreciate about Tyler Perry is the fact that he understood that the money was in syndication in regards to people getting his money. So what he would do is, I think it was for Meet the Browns is where I was made aware of it, is that he would tape all of the television episodes in 1 year. So in other words, so if he wanted 5 years worth of episodes, he'd tape all of that in 1 year. Now, that was able for him to be able to save money. Now, the downside of it was that the quality of those episodes were lacking, because you could tell that the actors weren't allowed to sit with the material very, very long. Now, you did have some of the actors, like the Mans and others, that were used to Tyler Perry and his style, and they were able to capitalize on it. But mostly, and even when you saw his deal with BET and the products that he put out, you could tell it was that same vein. It had decent storylines, but the quality, because of the actors were not allowed to sit with those characters as long as they could have, because he's going to make sure all the episodes are done within a short period of time. That messes with the quality. Also, the thing about Tyler Perry that has been prevalent in the entertainment sphere was the fact that he wrote and produced and all of his stuff. So he didn't have other actors writing. So you started seeing that a lot of his stories were had the same theme. They were pigeonholed in the same genre. Like I said, he claims that allegedly that he couldn't trust the writers, or the writers was just trying to write to get money or whatever. But basically what it sounded like to me is that he had his style and the writers were not conforming to his style. So when the writers didn't conform to his style, he got rid of them. But apparently there's some issues with the SAG-AFTRA, the unions and stuff like that, and he wasn't really conforming to those things, okay? Also, so let's get into the episode. We see Van and her daughter Lottie. Apparently, Van has gotten up early in the morning because she is going to be a day player for the Chocolate Studios, which is supposed to be the spoof off for meet Tyler Perry. So she goes in, and she is a extra. And what happened was, while she was on set filming, Lottie made a statement, and then Mr. Chocolate, who you couldn't see him, you could only hear him through the speakers, which gave you also a sense of like the Wizard of Oz. When you go back and you really meet the wizard, you realize he's not as what his folklore makes him out to be. And he's just coming through the speakers, and before you know it, Van loses sight of Lottie. So she's trying to go through all these different studio facilities to find her daughter, because apparently the way this studio works is nobody knows what's really going on except for Mr. Chocolate. Mr. Chocolate is running everything through the video cams. And so every time they change a scene, every time they do something, they change it up, they move it up, they do all these little different things. So some way, Van loses sight of her daughter. And it happens through a couple of times. She's meeting people that just truly adore Mr. Chocolate. Again, she meets some people that can't stand Mr. Chocolate, but they're working for him because, that's a way for them to get paid and a way for them to get put on. You have people who are benevolent to Mr. Chocolate, particularly that maintenance guy who was a prisoner, and now he works maintenance, but he's still kind of raw around the edges, because basically what he does is just run around and pick up different actresses and have sex with them in the basement or whatever. We see the assistant, whoever's running, the cute little chocolate girl that's running around there, making sure that what Mr. Chocolate wants, Mr. Chocolate gets. And it ends up, again, Lottie was like, you know what? I'm not fixing to chase my daughter down. I'm fixing to go over here to this little compound that Mr. Chocolate has, and I'm going to go in there. And she ends up going in there. She ends up throwing grits on his face, and he goes through this whole diatribe about how he owns the police. He pays for so much stuff over there. People obviously let him do what he wants to do. And Lottie was like, you're going to give me my daughter. And he's like, well, I own you. I own your daughter. All of this little different stuff. Ended up, they bring Lottie to Van. Van takes Lottie away. But then, Lottie's so used to having her way on this time on set that she starts crying, and everybody's like, see, she wants to stay. She wants to stay. Of course she wants to stay. If you all continue to give her everything she wants, of course she wants to stay. So Van ends up taking Lottie back home, explaining to Lottie, why that wasn't such a good experience. Lottie, she kind of sees it, and then, the show goes off. That's all I got on it. I didn't find anything special other than we just seeing Van once again get back in the routine of parenting Lottie, and you see her getting in the routine of going back to being a single mother and having to basically do what she needs to do on her own. Not to say that Ern is not helping, but a lot of the day-to-day stuff he's not helping her with. And I am concerned about Van. I'm hoping that she doesn't have another mental break in regards to this, because last season she had a mental break and was damn near giving her boyfriend hands to serve to the people to consume. So we will see. Tell me what you thought about the show, because like I said, sometimes I can miss some things and I'm not really, really sure. So let me know down in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Help me help you to see me. And as always, people, bye-bye.